start our media availability today for Sunday's Pure Michigan 400, and we're joined by Austin Dillon, driver of the number 3 Cheerio Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. Austin, some good runs of late coming here to a track. How do you feel coming into this weekend at Michigan?
I feel pretty good. One of my better tracks, but struggled a little bit there in practice to find some speed, but I feel like things will change here come to qualifying time. We usually pick it up about qualifying. So Cheerio Chevy is decent to drive. We just got to keep working on it.
Good deal. Let's open the floor up to questions. If you have a question for Austin, raise your hand. We'll get a wireless microphone to you. We'll start with Kenny and then come up to Bob.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Austin, is it unusual for you guys to unload and you not have the speed maybe you were kind of expecting, or is this something that you guys feel pretty comfortable with that it's going to pick up eventually since you've got a couple more practices tomorrow?
Yeah, I think the track's a little different. I think they put tire rubber down in certain areas, so I think it's throwing us off a little bit, but I'm used to it. We'll be able to fight and figure it out. We struggled for 2 years before this and had some really bad practices, so we're only 16th. It's not that bad. Just was hoping for a little bit more coming after Pocono. We had a really strong couple practices, races and stuff, so hopefully we can turn it around here in the next couple hours and go qualify really well.
We'll go next to Bob and then over here to Lee.
Bob Pockris, ESPN, kind of along those lines. Could you tell much of a difference with the tire kind of ground into the track?
Not really. Nothing major. I felt like there was some lack of grip when they first went out there, and for us, just it felt similar to before.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. Ryan Newman said earlier that he was using a lot more brake than he was used to. He feels these cars have a lot less drag, and he said it's closer to what he was running 8 or 9 years ago. You can't relate to that since you were probably, in junior high school? But
thank you for the compliment.
You're welcome. But can you, have you been able to see that, or might you guys be looking at a different brake package, or is there other things that you can pick up from Ryan or Paul since they've been running here longer?
Yeah, I think definitely with this package you have to use more brake. I kind of said it the first couple times that my brakes aren't working because I wasn't slowing down enough. Just had to use more brake pressure. So this package you carry a lot more into the corner and have to back up your corner with the brake pedal. So the more bigger brake packages you see out there, and it'll be a part of the race, keeping your brakes good. And Michigan, you can roll the corner and lift early, so it's not that big of a deal, but the shorter tracks, it is a huge deal.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Additional questions for Austin? Raise your hand. We'll go back. Matt?
Matt Crossman from NASCAR.com. I have a question about spotting. What characteristics or traits do good spotters have, and where would you rank yourself on the I want the guy talking to me a lot, or I want him to shut up scale?
Yeah, a spotter is key. I've had a couple, but for the most part of my career, I've had Andy Houston. And I think bigger than anything is just there's a trust factor there, a person that you get along well with, and then someone that he's not BSing you. He's telling you the truth when he talks to you. He's not just kissing your butt or telling you stuff that you don't need to hear. He's bringing you down. You got to keep confident. You have a guy that it's a happy medium. He's got to keep confidence in you. I think racers, are the best spotters. I think guys that have driven before do really well. There's some guys out there that do really well also that haven't driven anything. But for me, it's been a guy that has racing experience, because when he sees me fighting something in the car, he understands it when he looks at it, and he really won't freak out about it or create anything. He kind of lets me figure it out on my own. And then truthfully, the clearing part of it is where anybody that's just got good reaction time and not afraid to put you in a hole is pretty important. So you can get aggressive or have a guy that's a little less aggressive, and it makes a big difference. So there's a good happy medium, and spotters are really can make and break you staying calm or getting too excited. That is probably the best attribute I would say about my spotter. He does a really good job of balancing all the high profile getting excited in my crew. So as far as that, he does a good job of just keeping it mellow and one tone on the radio, whether we're struggling or we're doing really well.
We'll go to your right here to Chris.
Chris Knight, catchfans.com. Austin, with the chase approaching, you guys seem like you're in good shape, whether you get a win or not. And we've seen consistency take RCR to the season finale at Homestead. Do you feel like that if you guys can't get a win in the chase, that you guys maybe have the consistency building that you can do a repeat of what Ryan Newman did?
Yeah, I mean, I was able to win championship without winning a race in the Xfinity Series. It's definitely possible, but I would like to go to Victory Lane. A trophy would mean a lot to me and a lot to Dow and Cheerios. So we're going to focus hard on Victory Lane the next 3 weeks and then 10 after that and let it come to us. Seen some gains as of late, and hopefully we can just continue down that path. But we do point you to death over at RCR for sure, seems like.
Go to your left.
George Poley, the Macomb Daily. Austin, it's been a few days, but the win in the Xfinity Series, just what does that do for you confidence-wise? Not the same series, but how does it help you?
Oh, it just always keeps your confidence up, and as far as just keeping you in that good group of drivers, I feel like, someone that can get it done and add a little bit of everywhere, so doing it at a short track was big for me, I feel like, and so just trying to, make my name that much better, win in different places, diversify my driving ability.
We'll come back to Bob.
Bob Pockris, ESPN. Brad Keselowski was saying earlier today that it was no surprise who had the best numbers from the post-Pocono wind tunnel tests that NASCAR did. I'm curious if you guys have seen any numbers, and how do you feel about where your stuff stacks up?
Yeah, and I think we got a little bit of work to do, but we were probably one of the best cars there, and so to be able to compete with the guys that may have had better numbers, I think is pretty good. But we just always got to keep working, and I thought we stacked up pretty close. Still got some work to do. I think we would have averaged out. I mean, it would have been close, I think. So just keep working there in that department. There's definitely the Gibbs guys got, I feel like, a little bit of advantage right now because they've just been working hard on it. So we just got to keep working on in our camp and see if we can catch them before the end of the year.
Any additional questions for Austin? Well, Austin, thanks a lot for taking the time to come in here today, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, guys.